I'm hoping that our time together today gives you some new insight on ways to respond to those things that come in instantaneously to stop you from pursuing or living or loving your life. I have a story to share with you. It's a story that I can change the circumstances around and tell it to you over and over again because I've heard it that many times. I've witnessed it and I have lived it. So I'm betting that you probably know a little bit about this story too. Not long ago I went for a hike at this beautiful spot here on Whidbey Island where I live. And I was ending the 5-mile hike, and there was this one last rise before the farm trail back to where we were parked. To our right there was farmland, and to the other side the sea, and it opened to the Juan de Fuca Strait and out into the Pacific Ocean. It's really quite an exquisite spot on the planet. So here we are. It's a beautiful day. It's cold, and lots of people are out to hike. I was heading up the hill and came across a little boy and his mom. And the little boy was so excited. He was shouting, "Dada, Dada, Dada," and running full steam up the hill. I think he was 3 or 4 years old. And he'd stop for a moment and look over towards the farmlands and then start running again, "Dada, Dada." He was so excited, in fact, that his jacket fell off his body. He was wearing a coat and it fell to the ground as he was running. His dad, in the meantime, was up the hill, saw and heard his son, and came back down toward him. And when he got to him, the little boy was, "Dada, Dada," and pointing over to the farmland. And what he was pointing to was a tractor. This tractor was working the soil of the farm. And apparently, this little boy has a fascination and love for tractors. And Dada said, "Yeah, it's a tractor." And the little boy let him know that he wanted to ride on that tractor. And Dada said, "Well, you have a tractor at home." And you could tell that the tractor at home was not like the tractor in the farmlands. And the little boy I don't even think he heard the response. And Dada did something at that time that I know I do. I suspect you might do, because I've heard from hundreds, if not thousands and thousands of people about doing this very thing in some way. And what Dada did was he said, "You have a tractor at home. Maybe if you ride the tractor at home more often, then we'll see about getting you a tractor ride out there on the farm." I don't know what the little boy's response was, but to me, I remembered ways in which I've heard this story, often from the same person telling the internal story of hearing their desire, feeling their desire, knowing their life's purpose, wanting to experience something in life, and simultaneously hearing another voice perhaps, or inner judge or energy that says, "Not until you meet some other criteria," or "Not until you convince me it's worthy," or. Now, I'm not talking here about a style of parenting, but I am talking about the ways that we pick up and carry forward expectations or internal regulations about the way life needs to be lived or is supposed to be lived, and the ways that we say no when we feel, see, sense, hear something rising up in us that makes us feel vibrant and alive. So I have a question for you. Are you aware, or becoming aware, maybe even as you're listening to this, of illusions that stop you from riding your tractor? Perhaps agreeing with ideas or stipulations that were put into your mind through stories like this little boy lived. Or maybe yours are different than that. They are living out expectations from your family or from past lives. I have no idea. What I do know is that if the illusions are illuminated, they begin to dissolve and fall away, sometimes instantly. So where are you not living up to and into that most desired experience of life that you desire? And why not? Like, what are those voices or stipulations or expectations that are keeping you from it? Those, my friend, I want to suggest to you are illusions. And to illuminate them brings you more fully into the truth that what you yearn for, what you feel impassioned by, that version of your tractor that you want to ride, that lives in you so that you can have the experience. And here's the deal. It may not be what you think it is. Doesn't that just give it all a good rub? I mean, really, we have this idea that we're supposed to visualize and picture things in their perfect, complete way. But you're creating it as it happens, and life's participating with you to make it happen. And the who you are now can't really picture what it will be. I will continue, I'm sure, to talk to you about soul desire, how to feel it, know it, sense it, suss it out, and live it. But for now, I invite you simply to illuminate the ways that you have been forming illusions that keep you from the desires manifest. If you like what we're creating here together with Truths and Illusions, I invite you to join the conversation. This is not a Tamra does it all by herself kind of thing. I really invite you into participating with me in conscious conversation. You can do it right here, wherever you are, on YouTube, Facebook, or the blog, you name it. And if you want to support what we're up to, you can subscribe as well. But more than all of that, I invite you to become a part of my community, where we are expanding our capacity as humanity to have a lived experience of heaven on earth. You can do that by joining up on my website, and you'll find all those links somewhere here on the page. All right, until next time, my friend, be well.